Hello, my name's Keith Warrington. I've got a question for you. Why did the writers of the New Testament present information about Jesus? That's the question that motivated my writing this book, Discovering Jesus in the New Testament. The answer is that they chose to include information about Jesus that was particularly valuable to their first century readers. That's why when Paul writes to the church in Thessalonica, he focuses on the return of Jesus in a way that he doesn't in any other of his letters. But here, in this letter, he does, because the readers were worried. They were worried about what's happened to Christians who've died before Jesus has returned. Now, the New Testament presentation of Jesus is like a mosaic with different aspects of Jesus being focused on by different writers for different reasons. And in this montage, the multifaceted mission of Jesus is presented in a complementary and a comprehensive way. Now, the Holy Spirit, who's the master author and editor of the New Testament, he's provided us with a literary prism which radiates various beautiful characteristics of the person of Jesus. The writers weren't particularly interested in exploring some of the complex questions relating to the interrelationship between Jesus and the Father and the Spirit. They weren't particularly interested in exploring the fact that Jesus was 100% human and 100% divine. They don't defend or explain the virgin birth or the resurrection of Jesus. They don't explore how Jesus could have lived sinlessly as a human being. All these issues and others are simply assumed to be true. And the writers didn't plan to tell us everything about Jesus. Their motivation was practical. What they revealed about Jesus was provided in order to transform lifestyles, not simply to relay data about Jesus. It was to show Jesus as someone who deserves our worship, not just to provoke us to wonder about him. It was to inspire transformation and obedience to him, not just to provide a comprehensive portrait of Jesus. In fact, the New Testament writers had two main ambitions. Number one, to reveal who Jesus was, and number two, to explore his mission, past, present, and future, and to relate this to their readers. As 21st century people, we can discover similar lessons to those earliest readers, but often we'll be inspired to learn about Jesus in ways that are particularly relevant for our own circumstances. Now, Jesus is so central that it's no wonder that most of the books of the New Testament commence and end with his name. Most remarkably, Jesus is regularly presented as God and equal to the Father and the Spirit. So you will see that he is the creator. He's the sustainer of everything. And he's worthy of our obedience, our worship. And he's the ideal subject for eternal exploration. The miracle is that he welcomes us to enjoy that journey of discovery now. And so the adventure ahead, and that's what I hope this book will be for you, this adventure beckons us to enjoy the experience of encountering Jesus personally through the pages of the books of the New Testament. Each chapter of my book concentrates on the presentation of Jesus offered by the different books of the New Testament with their own emphases. And as you read the pages of my book, I anticipate that one thing you'll certainly appreciate will be the comprehensive commitment of Jesus to you. So if this sounds like the kind of book about Jesus that you'd be interested in reading, then check out our Word and Spirit website, where you can purchase a copy of Discovering Jesus in the New Testament.